What is happening? Welcome back to the Will Studios and a little afternoon tutorial. I've been working on this X-Men picture. I'm going to keep doing that. And we're going to draw a beast, so I thought it'd be good to do, like, that could be a torso tutorial. Why not? So, normally, when you get somebody, because I've seen a million of these sort of torso tutorials, I'm just going to show you how I do it. Because you could sit here and think about the mechanics of it. You could be like, oh, first you draw a circle. Like, I could say, first I draw a circle, and then I draw, like, a triangle, like this, right? And that way, I have kind of a basic outline of what the torso's doing, right? They always bring up the rib cage. You gotta, like, think about where that rib cage is gonna be. Coming out. I've seen the classic Disney sack of flour is what they do. And that's like gesture sort of training. So the idea there is similar to like the box method where you have one... Whoa, that's way off. Here. But you'll have one box for the sort of upper torso, and then another one for the lower torso, like at another angle. And that would define like the orientation of the figure there. So then this guy would be relaxing. You'd have to bring his legs up, You'd have to be laying on the ground. Anyway, we don't need to be giving this guy a personality. And a lot of that is going on in my head while I'm drawing torsos. I'm thinking about the orientation of the pelvis in relation to the rib cage to determine how that torso is supposed to come out. So for Beast, because thinking about what I was going to put him up here, like upside down, right? But should I do him? I should do him kind of sideways. Maybe kicking out. Here's what I ought to do. Move Nightcrawler. Come on. No. Move him over. Maybe even shrink him. Because Nightcrawler doesn't need to be right up there. And that'll give me more room to throw Beast around. And I can rotate him a little more. So. So here I'm laying out my initial thoughts now. Is that he's going to have his knee coming up, like his feet are going to be very prominent because it's Beast. He's kind of cannonballing around a bit. Trying to figure out this leg. And this whole movement's really unnecessary, if I think about it. Throwing those legs real quick. His toe should be more splayed on this one. Alright, so now I know where his legs are going to be. I kind of know. Is his arm coming out towards the camera? I don't know about that one. I got just a little bit more. Supposed to be a torso tutorial. But you can tell how, like, in this case, I'm not drawing too much of the torso. And it's kind of in a straight line. I don't like that as much. Because since I have this curve here, that means that it should be more like that, because his chest is coming up into his arm, right? Sometimes I'll use a random pencil, a random thing, and I'll be like, wow, that looks actually kind of nice. Maybe I'll work this in. What is this? Chalk? Just kind of like the texture of the lines. Try to use like a chunkier brush when I'm laying out things, so that way I'm not trying to give it too much detail right off the bat. Is that starting to look like Hank a little bit? Starting to look a little more like Beast. With characters like Beast, you want to give them as much anatomy as possible. Beast and the Hulk, you know, people like that. I feel like I need more foreshortening on that foot. You know, like it ought to be like more like that. Yeah, now you can see it's more like that. All right. It's looking like a little muscly cannonball. Maybe make his whole lower half a little bigger here. A little bit. I think just this back leg now. I liked it better this way. What's the rules with music? Because, like, I can be listening to whatever here, like I am. But you guys only have my voice. I try not to leave too much dead air. All right. Should I keep him upside down? Should he be upside down? Here, I'll leave him like that. "16-minute tutorial." Let's talk a little bit more about torsos here. Let's go off somewhere else. I'll pick a random. I started this guy up randomly the other day. And you can tell he's just sort of standing there, you know? So if I was going to box him out, it would just be like that. Then I kind of like to decide, okay, what's the focal point? I guess, like, whenever I'm, like, drawing anything these days, I'm trying to remember what the focal point is so that I'm not spinning my wheels and wasting time on things that don't matter. I kind of like to draw the obliques first to define the abs, even though people don't generally go around flexing their obliques. But in a comic book, dude, people love looking at obliques. So this guy's got like a Gambit torso already. Heck, should I have just drawn Gambit? Maybe I'll rough out a quick Gambit here. You know what? For his duster, because I'm always trying to level up, right? One of the things that I'm personally really need to work on is clothing. I can draw anatomy all day, but okay, so gotta draw the neck first because it's coming down off the neck, and then he's got that duster. Of his, and then I was kind of drawing his torso at like that angle a little bit just now, so I can't bring his shoulder that far out. Why does he look so weak in the knees, though? Here. I'll have him like he's about to throw a card at somebody. Of course, I'm not doing anything Fun with his duster. If I'm drawing Gambit, you gotta do something fun with the duster. Here, let's do this. Let's widen his stance, because he wasn't even supposed to be Gambit at first. If he was, I probably would have widened his stance from the get-go. That way the duster's coming, should be coming straight down, or should it be flopping out? And if it flops out, it should flop out, or billow out, it should billow out from like up here, right? Then I can get rid of this thing. The silhouette can be more leg focused, you know. Thought I heard something. Alright, let's steal this beast lair. Paste that. I keep tapping my microphone here. I think I had green for the tutorials. This will be tutorial 2. That way you can see more beasts. And now I have a thumbnail. Easy peasy. Well, thank you for listening. We're, hitting about 25 minutes now. My approach to this channel, at least in the beginning, is just going to be putting out consistent content, and it'll get better. You'll see it evolve. I'll be promoting myself differently. I'll be probably adjusting these title cards, because you look at them now, I'm just sort of scribbling. Maybe that'll stay the way it is. Whatever. Anyway. Take care. Thanks for joining me. Goodbye.